It's not deja vu, it's a special legislature. State lawmakers are back in Austin to wrap up some controversial, unfinished business. Hello and welcome to ETX Covered. I'm David Lippman. The regular legislative session was marked by a walkout by Democrats and failure by Republicans to address some of their priority social issues. Well, now they're back for another try. On the agenda are 11 topics that Governor Greg Abbott says needs to be addressed. Election reform and bail reform were two of his initial emergency items. Punishing social media companies for banning users over their political opinions and restrictions on transgender student athletes, those were two of Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick's priorities. Also included are funding for border security, the legislative branch and retired teachers, school programs about family violence, restrictions on abortion-inducing drugs, banning the teaching of critical race theory, and setting aside money for the foster care system, cybersecurity, and property tax relief. The House will run most of those bills through a committee set up just for this session, and it'll be chaired by Representative Trent Ashby from R-Lufkin. And he joins us now here on ETX Covered. Representative Ashby, thanks for being here today.
You bet, David. Thank you so much for having me. It's good to be with you.
With the special session starting, it seems like the animosity within Republican leadership and between the governor and Democrats just keeps rising. So how contentious do you think this special session will be? And do you think it'll serve its purpose of actually getting things done?
Well, I'm an optimist by nature. I'm a glass is half full guy. Here in Texas, we have a proud, rich history of working across the aisle to address the issues that are affecting Texans. And so, yes, it remains to be seen, how acrimonious this session, the special session, first special session will be. But there's going to be some issues, let's face it, that will be partisan. That's just the nature of some of the issues that we're dealing with. But, by and large, what I have found is that lawmakers on both sides of the aisle that represent us in the legislature in Austin, they're there for the right reasons. They want to represent their constituents and get the work done. And so, we'll know at the end of this session how things pan out. But I'm hopeful that we can work across party lines to do what's best for Texas, especially when it comes in ensuring that our elections are free, fair, transparent, and that we are encouraging voters to exercise that freedom that we enjoy. And I think it's important, as we just celebrated the 4th of July, that that's not lost on anybody. That's a right that we're privileged to have as Americans and as Texans. And, that's what makes our constitutional republic and our representative democracy so great, is that we encourage people to exercise their right to vote. And so I'm very hopeful on the election integrity bill that we're debating right now that we're able to work together and put something forward that benefits all Texans.
Well, I want to switch gears a little and talk about something that you got done during the regular session. That was House Bill 5, which creates a statewide broadband office. And that could help a lot of people in East Texas get online. So take me through the origins of that bill.
Well, as everyone in East Texas knows, as we were dealing with COVID-19 pandemic, there were a number of challenges that we were all adjusting to and trying to deal with head on. And one of those that we had been feeling, of course, pre-pandemic for many years is just the problem or the challenges that we face in terms of connectivity to the internet across East Texas and really across rural Texas. And the COVID-19 pandemic really laid bare or highlighted the challenges that we face in the pandemic in terms of connecting on the internet. And so House Bill 5 was our state attempt to not just rise to the occasion to once and for all finally do something to bridge the digital divide across Texas, but really to become a leader across the country and what other states could do in terms of modeling what they may want to consider for their own states. And so I was real pleased to work alongside my state senator, Robert Nichols, here in East Texas, along with a lot of lawmakers and well over 100 stakeholders, I might add, in crafting this bill. And of course, as you and your listeners know, the governor, this was one of the 6 items he declared as an emergency back in February, on February 1st, when he gave his State of the State address. And so that really put a lot of tailwind behind the initiative as we sought to get legislative approval.
More with Representative Ashby after the break, including how he believes a state broadband office will improve education.